The rebasing of Nigeria's GDP has been a long time in coming, but after several postponements, Nigeria's National Bureau of Statistics has decided now is the right time to do it. The last time Nigeria rebased its GDP was way back in 1990, but between then and now, a whole lot of new and large sectors have sprung up, making the 1990 GDP figure non-reflective of the true state of the Nigerian economy. No one understands the situation better than economist Biodun Adedipe, who is projecting a significantly higher figure than that of 1990.
Looking at the level at which we had prices in 1990, which is the base year for the GDP at the present time, and then looking at where prices are today. So in my own estimation, I would say I expect between 55 to 65% increase in the GDP that we have currently. And that means that might put us at slightly above 400 billion US dollars.
That will effectively make Nigeria the largest economy in the continent, surpassing South Africa. Analysts say that would attract more investment for Africa's most populous country. But there are concerns that the country's growth, which has consistently been in the region of 6.5% for about a decade now, could come under serious challenges.
The bigger the economy in the real sense of it, the more difficult it is to move at a very high speed. So in which case, after we rebase, we should in fact, as policymakers, should look very closely at China. Because China is one big economy that has been able to perform, let me call it that miracle, of growing fast in spite of the size.
On the streets of Nigeria, the euphoria that has greeted the rebasing in the business world is simply absent. Ask some Nigerians about it, and this is what you get.
I don't know. But as far as for the progress of the country, I think it's not a bad idea. It's a nice one. It's a good one.
A lot of Nigerians, the average Nigerian on the street, don't care about the gross domestic product. What they care is what's in for them, as in terms of exchange of food.
The rebased GDP highlights the inherent contradiction in the Nigerian economy. Despite the country's consistent economic growth, basic infrastructure is still a big issue. With just about 2,500 megawatts of electricity for its 170 million people, power outage is the norm here. But the biggest headache for the country's government is unemployment, which is hovering around the 40% region.
If investors will come into Nigeria, we should begin to look very closely at the number of jobs the investments we create, and not just in the quantum of investment, and not just in the fact that, yes, they brought in money. So we celebrate Nigeria as attracting the largest volume of foreign direct investment in Africa, which of course we have attained since 2009.
It's a call only the government will have to make. For now, Nigerians are waiting to see how the new GDP figure impacts their lives. Deji Badmore, CCTV, Lagos, Nigeria.